It's obviously a very difficult day for the nation. This morning, parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers in Tumbler Ridge will wake up without someone they love. The nation mourns with you. Canada stands by you. I want to thank and pass on a number of world leaders who've reached out directly to me in solidarity and compassion. France, United Kingdom, His Majesty himself, Norway, Finland, India, United Arab Emirates, many others. The world is with you. I have spoken to Premier Eby. Minister of Public Safety has been engaged, as have many Canadian officials over the evening. Minister of Public Safety is en route to British Columbia. He and the Premier will be visiting the community. All assistance, obviously, will be offered. We thank the first responders, the teachers, the staff, the residents, for everything that they've done in this terrible situation. On the advice of the Clerk of the Privy Council and Heritage Canada, I've asked that the flags in the Peace Tower here and across all government buildings be flown at half-mast for the next 7 days. We will get through this, we will learn from this, but right now it's a time to come together, as Canadians always do in these situations, these terrible situations, to support each other, to mourn together, and to grow together.
At least 9 people have been killed in a school shooting in the small Canadian town of Tumbler Ridge, British Columbia. Police say they received reports of an active shooter at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School at around 1:20 p.m. local time on Tuesday. The school has approximately 175 students in a community of just 2,400 residents. When officers entered the building, they discovered multiple victims inside. Authorities confirmed that at least 6 people were killed at the school. Another victim died while being transported to the hospital. 2 more victims were later found dead at a nearby residence, believed to be connected to the incident. The suspected gunman was also found dead at the scene, with what police described as a self-inflicted injury. Overnight, authorities said around 25 others were being assessed for non-life-threatening injuries. Police have identified the suspect but have not publicly released a name. An emergency alert described the shooter as a female with brown hair wearing a dress.
So we have 2 scenes. We have the school, and then we have found 2 other persons deceased at a residence in Tumbler Ridge that we're trying to determine the connection to this event. We believe they're connected, but we're not in a position to provide that definitively right now at this time, and what that connection may or may not be. Our communities are tight-knit. We're spread out across the northern part of the province, but we are a close community-oriented group of BC citizens. We have multiple layers of support coming for our students, for our teachers, for our community of Tumbler Ridge, for our front line and front first responders that were part of this unfolding event. And I let provincial leaders know that we are in this together. The RCMP will be part of this healing because we're part of the Tumbler Ridge community. And we will be there through all of this together.
Investigators say the motive remains unclear. Superintendent Ken Floyd told reporters that authorities are still trying to understand what may have driven this tragedy and how the victims were connected to the suspect. As the attack unfolded, terrifying scenes played out inside the school. According to local reports, children attempted to barricade themselves inside classrooms, pushing desks and chairs against doors in an effort to keep the shooter out. Outside, anxious parents gathered in a local hall, waiting desperately for news about their children. Mayor Daryl Krakovka described the community as a big family and said he likely knew every victim. "I broke down. It's devastating," he told reporters. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney offered prayers and condolences to the families affected, calling the attack horrific. The school will remain closed for the rest of the week.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Like you, I am just learning about the horror of the tragedy that unfolded in Tumbler Ridge this evening over the course of the day. This is a devastating and unimaginable tragedy. We can't imagine what the community is going through, but I know it's causing us all to hug our kids a little bit tighter tonight. I'm just out of an update with RCMP leadership, Dwayne McDonald. I want to thank him for being available this evening, and a conversation with the Prime Minister about this terrible tragedy. Here's the latest information that we have. I understand that there are 10 people in total who are dead, 2 different sites. 8 of the people who died as a result of the shootings were at the school, including an individual we understand is the suspected shooter, who is believed to have died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. There are about 25 people who have been triaged by health authorities with various physical injuries, some profoundly serious, and some more minor injuries. Right now, information is very limited as police do their work, and the RCMP has asked for patience as they work through methodically to ensure that they are supporting families and getting to the bottom of what happened today. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask British Columbians, to ask all Canadians, to wrap the people of Tumbler Ridge, wrap these families with love. Not just tonight, but tomorrow and into the future. This is something that will reverberate for years to come. As British Columbians, I know that one of the things we do best is look after each other, and I'm asking British Columbians to look after the people of Tumbler Ridge tonight. For our government's role, we'll make sure that the resources are there for the community. They're already being deployed on the site, and I'd like to ask the Public Safety Minister to provide you an update on what's happening in the community to provide support right now. Minister.
Thank you, Premier. While the RCMP emergency alert has been lifted, the people of Tumbler Ridge remain in a state of crisis following one of the worst mass shootings in our province's and country's history. This is a devastating day for a close-knit community, and the loss being felt is profound. There are truly no words that can adequately describe the pain being carried tonight by parents, families, and loved ones of the victims. British Columbians and people across the country are standing with the Tumbler Ridge community tonight. I would like to thank the RCMP officers who were on the scene within 2 minutes of receiving the call. That speed and professionalism saved lives today. I would also like to thank paramedics, firefighters, healthcare workers, victim services staff, and all first responders who acted immediately to support this community in an unimaginably horrific moment. This is only the beginning for so many who have families who have been impacted by today's tragic events. The shockwaves of this horrific event will continue to reverberate through the community and throughout the country for some time. Education Ministry staff have been in continued contact with the school district today, and we are actively mobilizing trauma and crisis response supports. We are sending trauma-informed counselors to the region to support kids and their families during this time. The school district will be making supports available, and once we have locations for where these supports will be, the district will share that information on social media. And we will be making sure services are available to members of the broader community who need it as well. There is a psychiatric liaison nurse working in the community right now, and another starting tonight at 10 p.m. who will be working through the night on the ground in Tumbler Ridge.